everyone, and I'm Michelle. Today we're going to introduce the Chinese New Year couplets. So this is our outline. First we will tell you the origin of the Chinese New Year couplets, and then the fun facts, and tell you how to write a calligraphy, and then we have a matching activity, and we have a practice time for you to have your own couplets. Where do couplets come from? It originated from Song Dynasty, and there are three kinds of origins. First is Yichun paper, and Taofu, peachwood charms, and Yanxiang poem is a kind of poem. And I will introduce these three kinds of origins. So the first one is Yichun. It's originated from Northern and Southern Dynasty. So during the beginning of the spring, and they will write these two words as a couplet to hang on their door. And then the second one is Taofu, and it's a kind of charm. And basically it's about the two gods, door gods, and they will guide the door of the living and the ghost. And so in the New Year's, they will draw these two gods or write their names, like the picture on the left. They will draw this one and the words on their door. After a period of time, they will write something more meaningful, like some charms to become like this too. And they will write it on the wood pad to hang on their door. So this is the origin of the Taofu. And the third one is Yanxiang Shi. Basically, it's a kind of poem. And in the ancient time, the bachelors will give the poems they wrote to the majesty. And during the spring, the Chinese New Year, they will like put their poem into two sentences and hang it on the door to show to pray for good luck. And in the Qing Dynasty, there are different rules of colors of couplets. So among the people, like the chunlian we see right now is red paper, but in the past, the royal family, they will have white paper with red or blue framed chunlian. So this picture is the chunlian hanged on the palace, Chinese palace. So you can see they use white paper, but they have a red frame. Yeah. And what do people write on chunlian? Basically, all the chunlian right now we see is combined with the three origins, like I have mentioned before. But you know, in the ancient time, not everyone can get well educated, so they have another way to write a chunlian. They will write 10, like Chinese character 10 on their chunlian and hang on the door to pray for good luck. And now I'll introduce the different types of chunlian, because we can see many kinds of chunlian right now. Like there are rectangular or like square. So there are many kinds of chunlian. And the first one is doufang. It's like this, and we will write a word on it, like only a word, and we will stick this kind of chunlian on many different places. And there are another kind of doufang called hezi doufang. It's complex doufang, and it's combined more than one word into a combined word. So you can see this word is 招财进宝. Actually, it looked like a one character, but it combined with 4 characters, like this 招财进宝. So can you recognize all the words in this character? You? Oh, okay. So this is 招, and in the middle is 财, and then 进, and the middle big one is 宝. So this is a kind of doufang. And this is another kind of chunlian, and it's only combined with 4 words. So this is called chun tiao. And in this kind of chunlian, we will like stick on the room door or on the walls only, not in the big doors of our house. So we will only write like 恭贺新喜,万事如意, something like that, like simple lucky words for our family to stick on our door. And this is 门心. Basically, 门心 means the middle of the door or the heart of the door. And so it's similar to the origin I have mentioned, the 桃符. So in the ancient time, we use peach wood to hang on the door. But now we use paper. So we will make it look like the 桃符 and stick on the middle of the door. So this is 门心. And we only use 2 words each side. So this means 吉庆有余, means like every year you have something left, means you don't spend all your money in this year. You have more money for next year. This is 框对. This is basically what we see today is a kind of 对联, like 春联, which today we are going to write 春联 is something like this. It is called 框对. So there is a special rules for this 框对, like because there are 4 tones in Chinese, like 八把把把. So in 八把 we call it 平声, like it sound more flat, and 把大 means it sounds more stronger and it called 仄声. So in the rules of 框对, you have to stick the flat sounds on the right side here. If you are facing the door, you have to stick it on the left side and stick the stronger sound on the right side. So this is 年年有余真康宁. So 宁 sound more flat, so it is on the left side. And 岁岁平安尽福寿. 寿 sounds stronger, so it's on the right side. So this is a basic rule of the 框对. We have 横批. Basically, 横批 is related to 框对, like they are a set. So they are basically telling a similar story, a same story. So like this one. 宁愿美一人格，不能不及格。考试不作弊，明年当学弟。These 2 框对 is basically about the test. Like people should not be failed. So the 横批 will be 一定要过 means I must pass the test. So this is a set. Okay. So this is 横批. And then 横批 then is 横彩. It's similar to 横批, but it's a little bit different because it have like pictures and it usually hangs under the 横批. So they hang this for like create a more better atmosphere for the festival or to avoid the evil spirits, and stick it under the 横批. And this is another similar one. It's similar to 横彩, but it's called 福福. So basically it's about the good fortune or good luck. And we can see this in the temples. Like not many people hang this on their own doors because this is a kind of charm. So we usually see it in the temple. So this is the origin of the 春联, and now we will tell you about the fun facts.
First, let's look at some most common 春联. The most common one-character 春联 you can see is the word 春 spring and the word 福. And as for 春, it means that like spring, everything is new and fresh in spring. So this is represents good luck in spring. So many people will stick this on their windows and on doors, or like vases and flower pots. And as for 福, it means that it brings blessings and happiness. And this is very common because like Chinese people, we believe in blessings. Like this world is everything good to the family. Next one is 招财进宝. This means that all the money and good fortune comes to you. And this is a combined word as Michelle has mentioned before. And most people will stick this word on security case, living room wall, or their front door. And some people say that they want to stick this word on their toilets because they want their toilets to full of gold. Like not the actual gold, but yeah. But this isn't. And as for this word, 满, it means that full. And when you stick this word on containers, it means that it will full of what it contains. And most of people put this on their cylinders or boxes where they store rice to represent that you have many rice to eat. Yeah. And as for this one, it means many delicious food. And this is 4 words combined in one paper. And most people stick this on their refrigerator or the shelves where they store food. And this one is more special because like many traditional people keep livestock and domestic animals in their house, like around countryside. So they will stick this on the places where they keep their livestock. Once I was helping my relatives to sell Chinese New Year couplets before Chinese New Year, and once there's a customer comes to me and he asks me, can I stick this on my bedroom doors? Like, it's just a joke. Because if you stick this, it means that you will have many babies. Yeah. But this is just a joke. Okay, so there are still kinds of this three papers couplets, and most people stick them on their house doors like this. And it's for wishing for peace, fortune, and good luck. And some will stick their 春联 on the places where they worship their ancestors or gods. And if they stick this on a company or store shop door, and it means that it will bring good luck on business and everything will go well on business, and to wish for great profits. And the words on this 春联 will differ depending on the purpose of them. And for example, if for different types of shop, they will design different words and sentences for certain types of work. Yeah. In modern times, many of the 春联 will contain the Chinese zodiac. Like, for example, this year is the year of the pig, so they will have these creative combined words and the pictures. And like this, it will combine the word, the sound. 诸事大吉, the first word is pig, but the sound is the same, so they will combine and make more creative ones.